Hello and welcome to World Talks on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. US President Donald Trump's decision to appoint a special envoy to Greenland has reignited global debate over sovereignty, security and great power rivalry in the Arctic. Tonight on World Talks, we're joined by Kuno Fencker. He's Greenlandic MP from the pro-independence Naleraq party. We'll discuss US ambitions towards Greenland, what the envoy appointment really signals, and how Greenland balances its push for independence with growing geopolitical pressure from Washington, Europe and beyond. Mr. Fencker, welcome to TVP World and thank you for taking the time.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So your initial thoughts on the appointment of Jeff Landry as a US envoy to Greenland. What's his objective? What's his goal? How's he going to be received?
I think, first of all, maybe this is the third time Greenland has been in the geopolitical sphere. I would say to our government in Greenland and the politicians in Greenland, welcome to the geopolitical world. Don't act as a child who is in tantrum. Don't be offended by any comment that comes from any country in regards to Greenland. I think we have to handle this in a proper way. Seize the opportunity that Greenland is on the geopolitical map, and also utilize our opportunities in regards to strategically and tactically how to utilize this to make Greenland again, which means that Denmark basically owns Greenland. Denmark annexed Greenland in 1953, and now we want to break free from the annexation, which means we want to have a Greenlandic sovereign country, which means we don't want to be Americans or Danes anymore. And that makes the possibilities of the interest from the US quite interesting. And also in the geopolitical sphere, Greenland's position is becoming more and more important again. It was important during the Cold War, but now it's becoming more important because of new shipping routes are opening up. The ice is melting in the North Pole and in the Northern Hemisphere, which means basically you can say that Russia is creating new air bases and new naval bases in the near Arctic, and also has ballistic missiles that can reach very high speeds and reach maybe the USA through the shortest pathway, which is above Greenland. So what we need is that we need to utilize and have diplomatic relations with the United States. And with the new appointment that Trump made, that makes our possibilities for diplomatic relations and talking to the Americans directly in regards to what they want, why is the urgency, what's their concerns, and vice versa. So I see it mostly as an opportunity.
Okay, so let's take each country in turn. Let's start or stay with the US. Now, what kind of deal would you like to see reached with the United States? I mean, President Trump has said, look, there are Russian ships and Chinese ships all over that region, the Arctic region, and it's a matter of national security for the US. What would you like the compromise, because clearly, as you're saying, a compromise is needed. What would you like that compromise to look like?
I would certainly say that the narrative in regards to national security of the United States is at stake here. The Greenland, UK-Iceland gap is quite important. The territorial waters of Greenland in the Northwest Passage and West and East Greenland are of utmost importance in regards to surveillance for submarines and vessels, and also in controlling the waters of Greenland when the new shipping routes are opening more up. So I see that narrative is quite right from the U.S. perspective. So
would you allow US weaponry on Greenland, for example, as part of that deal?
I would say that the US already has a defense agreement with Denmark from 1951, which is a semi de facto trilateral agreement with Greenland, and the USA has a possibility to have defense areas in Greenland as required through negotiation with Denmark and Greenland through the Kingdom of Denmark. So the possibilities are there, but I can understand that the US could have a reason to have more control of the area, since the Danish military and the Danish government hasn't done a good job for many years. They are amping up the investments right now, but it sort of feels like it's too late.
Right. I mean, your party, Naleraq's relationship with the United States has been quite positive. But now, you're facing this potential threat, if you like, of a takeover and annexation of Greenland by the US. How are you going to manage that balancing act?
Well, I don't buy the narrative of annexation, and we are already de facto annexed by Denmark, so we will not agree to a new annexation or an agreement that is both only made by Denmark or the United States. This is about the Greenlandic people. The Greenlandic people are recognized in the UN as a people with the right to external self-determination. And that is the decision of the Greenlandic people to make. So I will not preempt what we're going to negotiate, but the negotiation will start as soon as the Greenlandic people decides to activate their right to more self-determination and start the negotiations initially with Denmark. And now the United States interest give Greenland leverage in regards to those negotiations.
Understand. Now, this isn't the beginning of your drive for independence from Denmark. How would you assess that relationship as it stands at the moment?
I think the current government actually is trying to have closer relations under Denmark, which is not our goal from our party in Naleraq. We want independence from Denmark, but we are absolutely open and also knowledgeable about the possibilities and also challenges in becoming a sovereign state. Hence, we need to use the decolonization processes from the UN and have some cooperation in regards to defense, security, and other means that could be negotiated initially with Denmark, which is under our Article 21 in the Self-Rule Act. So we will act according to international law. We are also expecting the United States and Denmark to act according to international law. Denmark broke international law when they annexed Greenland in 1953, so maybe it's time for Denmark to remedy that and revise what they have done to Greenland.
Now, this attitude of independence from Denmark and of course equally from any US involvement, how widespread is that within Greenland? Is this a popular attitude, or do people like being under Danish annexation?
No, I don't think people like being under annexation. In the last election, the largest party, the Democrats, and we are the next largest party right now, we are 18 out of 31 parliament members, and also other parties as Siumut and IA, they want independence from Denmark. There's only one, the smallest party in Greenland, that doesn't want independence from Denmark. Hence, if I should refer to the last election we had this year, over 70% of the Greenlandic people wants independence from Greenland, Denmark. in this election time. But we don't know, because the new coalition without Naleraq seems to be more pro-Denmark and being under Denmark. But that is for them to say of what they want. But my assumption is, and what I can see is, that they want to be under Denmark still.
And what about the attitude within Denmark? What is the public perception, the public preference, if you like, to giving Greenland independence?
Well, it seems like Denmark wants to keep on their colonial power. And sometimes they say, of course, that it's up to the Greenlandic people, but they never come with any solution in regards to the de facto annexation, putting Greenland under the Danish constitution in 1953 without a referendum, without a plebiscite for the Greenlandic people. So I hope that as the United States have done, giving some options in regards to what the United States can offer, I think that it's time for Denmark to also help Greenland becoming a sovereign state, and also come with some kind of an offer in helping Greenland to how do you become a sovereign state within this, a short time frame.
Well, what would that offer look like? What do you think would be acceptable?
Well, it's already written in the explanation of the Self-Rule Act. The free association agreement could be made. Greenland could be a republic, sovereign republic, but with close relations with Denmark, if that is what the Greenlandic people wants. The negotiations will result in a result that will be presented to the Parliament of Greenland. If the Parliament of Greenland accepts that, we will have a plebiscite for the Greenlandic people, and the Greenlandic people are the colonialized people of Greenland, which are primarily Inuit.
Understood. Okay, well, I mean, quite a complex situation with a number of moving parts there. We look forward to having you back as things develop and as the conversation with the US envoy begins. Mr. Fencker, thank you very much for taking the time to join us, and have a good evening and a Merry Christmas.
Thank you for the good questions.
Thank you. Bye-bye now. And that brings us to the end of this episode of World Talks. Goodbye.